Right now, live at 5.
We're following a police standoff here in Lincoln Park.
And sending a message. We're learning more about the airstrike on Syria as the president takes no questions regarding the move. Plus, one more major hurdle. Another COVID vaccine is before a panel today as Johnson & Johnson seeks emergency approval. And a big deficit turns into a big surplus. How Minnesota's budget made a multi-billion-dollar swing, what it'll be used for.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Tonight, a Duluth police canine is dead and an armed and dangerous suspect is still barricaded inside a Lincoln Park apartment. That standoff approaching hour 21.
It's happening near 24th Avenue West and 4th Street. Here's a live look at the scene, which is still extremely active at this hour. You're being asked to stay away from the area. Police have been there since 8:30 last night when they first responded to a domestic violence call.
When they got there, the male suspect refused to surrender. At some point, he fired a gun. Police say their officers shot back, but the suspect is not believed to be hurt. No officers or other people were hit.
As we mentioned, at some point during the exchange, the suspect did strike Duluth Police's canine Luna. She died at a Duluth Veterinary Hospital shortly after. She had been with the department for nearly 2 years.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. As it all continues to unfold tonight, Duluth police are still trying to get the suspect to surrender.
CBS3's Emma Quinn joins us now live at the scene. Emma, you've been there all day. We hear some things might be changing. Walk us through what you were seeing and what's happening now.
So, Kristen, Tony, you can see behind me the scene has calmed down quite a bit since this afternoon and this morning, but it's still active. Police are still here after we're going on 20 hours of this standoff with the suspect. Now, throughout the day, we've seen law enforcement from a handful of different departments use 2 large armored vehicles. They've used flashbangs and have asked the suspect to exit the home. Duluth police did have majority of the area blocked off for most of the afternoon. Well, some of the roads, as you can see, have reopened. They have asked the public to stay away from the area. But during the day, there were many residents watching the scene unfold from across the street. One woman we spoke with who has lived in the neighborhood for more than 50 years said she's noticed an increase in crime here in Lincoln Park, and it's concerning.
It's really sad to see that this neighborhood has been impacted so hard with the use of narcotics and methamphetamine and
Several law enforcement agencies have been on scene throughout the day, including St. Louis County Sheriff's Emergency Response Team, the Superior Police Department, and Duluth Fire Department. Now, Kristen, Tony will continue to follow this story as it continues to unfold. And coming up tonight at 6, we'll hear from Duluth Mayor Emily Larson and her response to the situation.
And Emma, as we just saw there, the scene has changed quite a bit, just even in the last 20 minutes or so. So we'll check in with you later on in the show to see where things are at. Thanks, Emma.
As we mentioned, Canine Luna had only been with the Duluth Police Department for about 2 years. She replaced Canine Haas in June of 2019. Haas was also killed in an officer-involved shooting several months earlier. Police were responding to a domestic violence call on Skyline Drive. Officer Aaron Holler handled both Luna and Haas. Today, police told us Holler was able to spend much of the day mourning the loss with his family. Tributes to Canine Luna have been pouring in today. The Northland Canine Foundation wrote on Facebook they took comfort knowing Luna protected her partner and other officers on the scene until the very end. They say Luna's endless enthusiasm for work and play brought joy and hope to so many.
There are a number of questions about this standoff police have not answered. We still don't know the exact timeline when Luna was shot and how that situation unfolded. The department has not said if officers knew the suspect was armed when they sent in Luna to apprehend him. The department has not answered our questions, asking them to explain why it waited 10 hours to alert the public about a dangerous, active situation in which shots had been fired. We asked Mayor Emily Larson her thoughts on the department's delay in making that announcement. Here's what she had to say.
There was a lot that happened last night, and then when so much is going on, you want to make sure you're getting accurate information out and not overly, not over-informing, but over-alarming people and wanting to make sure that you're controlling all the variables that you can. But I can assure you there was quite a bit of communication all night long about it.
Again, according to DPD, officers responded to the incident at 8:30 last night. They did not alert the public until 6:40 this morning. We asked DPD's public information officer all of these questions. As of news time, we had not received a response.
Switching gears now, an ambulance rolled while traveling on Highway 61 today. The two-vehicle crash happened around 1:45 near Ryan Road in French River Township. You can see the ambulance on its side in the video there in the median. The State Patrol says no one was hurt. The ambulance was not in service at the time.
In national news tonight, President Biden took no questions about the U.S. military airstrikes he ordered in Syria last night as he headed to Texas this morning. The move was in response to recent attacks in Iraq that killed a civilian and wounded a U.S. service member. The Biden administration says it consulted with coalition partners before launching the strike. The Russian foreign minister says the U.S. gave them just a few minutes of advance warning. As a close ally of Syria, Russia is condemning the attack. Meanwhile, Virginia Senator Tim Kaine released a statement criticizing the Biden administration for not getting approval from Congress.
An advisory panel has approved the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine.
The FDA is expected to quickly follow the recommendation and make J&J's shot the third vaccine authorized for emergency use in the U.S. Shipments of a few million doses could begin as early as Monday.
Madeline Rivera reports from outside the Food and Drug Administration's headquarters in Silver Spring, Maryland.
The U.S. is poised to get its third COVID-19 vaccine. An independent FDA advisory committee met virtually to review Johnson & Johnson's coronavirus vaccine.
Here is the question for the committee. Based on the totality of scientific evidence available, do the benefits of Janssen COVID-19 vaccine outweigh its risks?
The FDA confirms that J&J's vaccine is slightly less effective than the Moderna and Pfizer shots overall, but showed 85% efficacy against severe illness and complete protection against COVID-19 deaths 28 days after getting the shot.
It is well tolerated and safe. We enrolled more than 19,000 participants in the U.S., paid particular attention to include a diverse population.
It also has advantages the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines do not. It can be stored at normal refrigeration temperatures and requires only one dose.
It can lead to the ability to reach both individual and herd immunity more quickly. Essentially, it simplifies the process.
The Johnson & Johnson shot was tested in part in South Africa while variants of the virus were spreading. Moderna announced this week it is preparing clinical trials for a booster shot for the South Africa variant.
FDA authorization of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine could come as early as this weekend. If that happens, the vaccine could be headed to states next week.
Johnson & Johnson says it expects to provide 20 million doses by the end of March.
Side effects for the Johnson & Johnson vaccine include fever, fatigue, and headache, similar to other coronavirus vaccines.
And just as a reminder, we have set up a local vaccine information center on our website to ensure you can stay up to date on the latest information as it becomes available. You can find it on our website, CBS3Duluth.com. All right, let's go over to Dave for our first look at the weather this evening. Dave, it is blustery out there today. I thought it was going to blow away.
Yeah, the soffits are starting to tear off my house here again, so they're flapping in the breeze. Bang, bang, bang. But you don't want to put up a ladder in this kind of wind going tapping down again, so we have to wait for tomorrow for that because the wind should slack off tomorrow. We have a low pressure system moving through the area. It's the one we saw last night as the third of a trio, but it's slowing down in its progression, so we're seeing some snow showers out there right now. And frankly, we could on the back half of the low see snow showers continue into early Sunday morning. And now for the snow belt, they may add up. I'll show you a chart of how much could come down in just a bit, but right now we take a live look at what's going on more over towards parts of the Hibbing-Chisholm area, and we see the sky is thicker with clouds. Not seeing any of that scattered snow shower activity there, but again, there's a 40 to 60% chance you'll get some as we go on through early Sunday morning. Our short-term forecast for the first half of the weekend says clouds build in tonight as that low continues its progression, and it stays on the mostly cloudy side through the morning. Any snow coming down will just be little spits and giggles here of a couple of snow flurries. It's Saturday afternoon into early Sunday morning when the light snow could become a little more persistent. And again, in a few minutes, I'll show you a chart to show how light I mean and how heavy some folks could get as we go through our weekend.
Hey, thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, an equipment grant opportunity for local baseball and softball clubs. And Chisholm gears up for a day of winter fun. More as we go around the Northland, city by city.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki. Anthony Matt. And weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS3.
Welcome to the Kelly Clarkson Show!
Do you want to do more to help your community? The All of Us research program is a great way to contribute to health discoveries for today and the future. Call, visit us online, or download the All of Us app to learn how you can make a difference.
New DQ Rotisserie style chicken bites. I love you just the way you are. I never thought unbreaded chicken this good was possible. Your oven roasted 100% white meat chicken is 100% perfect to me. Finally, chicken that is tender, juicy, and flavorful all by itself. Or dipped in ranch. Or on a salad. Or in a basket with fries. Thank you, DQ, for giving me just what I needed. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Hi, John with Prime Appliance, and this is one of the best times of the year to buy appliances because manufacturers are sending us their new models weekly, and we need the room, so we're closing out last year's models at rock-bottom prices. Get this black stainless Frigidaire Gallery 4-piece kitchen suite with a French door refrigerator, an electric convection range, a high-performance dishwasher, and a microwave oven, now only $47.92. Financing always available. Have our pros deliver and install or take it home today. Prime Appliance, it's the best place to buy your appliances.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
We know it's hard to stay away from family and friends, but we're all in this together. Carleton County and the Senior Linkage Line are here with free or low-cost services to help you stay safe, sound, and supported. If you or someone you care for could use some help, please contact Minnesota's Senior Linkage Line today. Together, we can help older Minnesotans and their families and caregivers connect to local services to get the help they need.
Do you want to do more to help your community? The All of Us research program is a great way to contribute to health discoveries for today and the future. Call, visit us online, or download the All of Us app to learn how you can make a difference.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News, live at 5. Here's a live look over Spirit Mountain on this with a beautiful weekend ahead for us. Dave will be in with this week's forecast in just a few minutes, but first, let's take a look around the region.
A nighttime snowshoeing event for your Saturday night and equipment grant for local baseball and softball players.
All that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city.
We start tonight at the historic Montreal Ski Trails in northern Iron County, Wisconsin, where they're hosting their 3rd annual Hygge hike at night. This year's event will run from 6 to 8 with tomorrow's full moon and candles lighting the 1.5-mile trail. The organizers, Northern Iron County engaged residents, also encourage participants to wear glow sticks or anything that lights up to make the event more fun. The hike is free, but donations to support future events are encouraged.
I think I just made plans. Next, we head back to Duluth, where the Duluth Huskies are accepting applications for their Share the Glove grant in partnership with the Northwoods League Foundation. This spring, more than $55,000 worth of youth baseball and softball equipment will be dispersed. 22 grants to youth ages 9 through 12 will be awarded. Their goal is to continue to use baseball and softball to enrich the quality of life for children and families of Northwoods League communities. Applications can be found on the Duluth Huskies website or their Facebook page.
I'm going to give you new plans, Tony. You a fan of sledding?
I am a big fan of sledding.
Well,
yeah.
We're going to wrap up in Chisholm tonight, where they have a day full of fun coming up. The annual Sled the City event will be held from 10 to 6 tomorrow. Sledding and ice skating are on the agenda, as the street near the Chisholm police station will be closed, and they're going to be making fresh snow for the day. Hot chocolate and cookies will be provided by the Chisholm Library, and Valentini Supper Club will host the Chisholm Chili Warm-Up. The chili feed runs from noon to 4 p.m. All CDC guidelines for the pandemic will be followed. I'll see you there.
My weekend just got really filled up. Thanks. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city.
Still to come on Live at 5, we're learning more about Duluth School District's plan to bring students back to the classroom, coming up in just a few minutes.
High temp today hit 41 degrees. A continuation of the warm spell could continue through tomorrow. Then temperatures will go down once we get into Sunday. I'll talk about how long they'll stay down and the return of the warm spell. All of that coming up in just another minute or two.
During the final days of Home's President's Day sale, everything is on sale. Plus 0% interest financing until 2024. This two-piece sectional is just $9.99 and free shipping when you spend $4.99 or more. The President's Day sale at Home Furniture ends Sunday.
Lake Superior College is nationally recognized for quality and affordability, offering over 90 programs including career, technical, and general studies for transfer. At LSC, you can start here, save thousands. Apply for free at lsc.edu.
Last year, when people were going hungry, Subaru and our retailers donated 50 million meals to Feeding America. And yet, 1 in 4 children may still face hunger. So as part of our love promise, Subaru and our retailers are doing it again, donating an additional 100 million meals to help those in need. Love, it's never been needed more than right now. Subaru, more than a car company.
We're in your neighborhood with news that matters to you.
For the Christmas weekend has come and gone.
A 6-month search has ended in Ashland, and folks
accepted a proposal to turn the broke-down Palace building
for 2021 was set at 17. Join us weeknights for Live at 5 as we go around the Northland, city by city.
From the forests of northern Minnesota to your living room, bedroom, and dining room, Homes Lodge Furniture. Each piece handcrafted featuring white cedar, reclaimed oak, and bark on hickory. Now for a limited time, get an extra 10% off Fireside Lodge Furniture, plus free shipping, only at Home Furniture.
Don't let the weather ruin your day.
Covered by a winter storm watch.
Dave Anderson, Caitlin Moffat, and Peter Kavitkauskas. The CBS3 weather team, tracking more than just severe storms. Dave.
Link Rec is having a huge free indoor heated boat show. Save over $7,000.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, let's talk about high temperatures. That warm spell continued again today with a lot of towns crossing the threshold into the lower 40s. Like Airport in Duluth hit 41 and in nearby Hermantown 40. 41 though was achieved also in Orr and International Falls, and Superior got to 42. Lower 40s also struck Moose Lake and Solon Springs, Hayward, Ashland, Ironwood, and Waters Meet. And places like Hibbing at 39, of course, we're not too far behind. We have one more day with warm temperatures like that. That's tomorrow, of course. Then it starts to cool down on Sunday and Monday. But as early as Tuesday, we could start to go back towards a warm spell once again. So it's going to be a short-lived cool down. Now, the second big thing happening today, the high winds. Right now, southwesterly, 25 miles per hour up over the hill. And so the general range still overnight tonight is 10 to 20 with gusts from 20 to 30. Hold on to your hat and batten down your soffits because that wind wants to tear them off. But it should calm down a little bit perhaps by tomorrow afternoon. Air pressure right now, 29.65 inches of mercury on the lower side as a low-pressure system now slowly works through the area. So instead of just one night of snow tonight, we can push it through Saturday night and Sunday as well. We talk about that after a quick look at the current temps, which go 37 to 40 in the Upper Peninsula and about 37 to 41 in northern Wisconsin, and also then running a range of 37 or so to about 41 degrees in northern Minnesota. Again, warmer than normal, at least for another day. All right, let's get into the Doppler and the satellite map here for our area. Third of a trio of low-pressure systems coming our way. Slowed down progression a little bit. So we're seeing a few scattered snow showers around the region here on Friday afternoon and through the evening as predicted. But now since it's slowing down, the tail end of the low, the backside, that is going to keep the precip chance for snow going probably through very early Sunday morning, taking a break perhaps on Saturday morning. So first half now, second half coming Saturday night. And how much could come? For most of us, I still think it's going to be awfully light, except for the, despite the added time that it's going to be around. In Minnesota, maybe going towards a half inch for a lot of places. But in the snow belt now, thanks to a touch of lake influence here, we could start to go 2 to 3 inches there in that neck of the woods before a big dry spell comes around Sunday afternoon. That's going to keep us sunny and dry and warm then through the rest of the week. Tonight in Minnesota, low temps I think they'll go 12 inland to as warm as 28 by the lake, so a wide variety of temperatures there. With a mostly cloudy sky and a slight chance for snow showers here and there. For Wisconsin and Michigan, a few scattered flurries, a mostly cloudy sky, and low temps more firmly in the low to mid-20s in that part of our world. And still windy, south wind roughly about 10 to 20 miles per hour. But tomorrow, once we get into the afternoon, the winds slack off to 5 to 10. 60% chance for this snow business in Wisconsin, Michigan, with highs again running 39 to 42. Minnesota highs maybe 29 inland to 40 down towards places like Moose Lake, with a 40% chance for that light snow coming around. And then if you stick around through Sunday, then the sunshine comes back into the picture. And that's where we start to tumble temperature-wise. Normal's 27. We go below that Sunday afternoon. We are cooler than normal on Monday and start Tuesday that way as well. But then we perk back up towards 35 to 40 from Tuesday through next Friday, Tony.
There's not going to be much snow left out there. I know snowmobile trails are already starting to struggle a little bit. You get 4 or 5 straight days of 35 and up. Oof.
And then the ice is going to thin out reasonably rapidly, especially on Lake Superior. Inland lakes will hold on to it a little bit longer, but caution should be exercised on any water body.
Might be a quick welcome to spring. Thanks, Dave. A heads up to anglers. Speaking of that, the deadline to remove your ice houses off some Minnesota lakes is coming up really quickly. By Monday, all shelters on lakes in the southern 2/3 of the state must be removed. Shelters in the northern third of the state need to be off by March 15th. If not, you could face a stiff fine. The DNR also wants you to take all your trash with you. We have a map showing the exact cutoff lines on our website.
State economists have announced some good budget news for Minnesota. Last year, the Minnesota Management and Budget Department was projecting a $1.3 billion deficit. Now it's projecting a $1.6 billion surplus. Economists are crediting an improved outlook for the nation as a whole. The agency also cited a higher revenue forecast, lower state spending, and an increased surplus for the current fiscal year. Meanwhile, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz issued a statement calling it good news. He says it proves the measures his office took during the pandemic have saved lives and protected the economy. But he says the budget outlook doesn't reflect the many hardships Minnesotans have suffered over the last year, and the state must keep working to support families, workers, and small businesses.
We're learning more about the Duluth School District's plans to welcome students back into the classroom next month. While elementary students are mostly in-person learning right now, the district will allow middle and high schoolers to return to in-person learning 2 days a week in the middle of March. Then, at the end of the month, 4 days a week, Superintendent John Magus says there are a couple reasons behind the sudden acceleration of in-person learning.
Partly because of the guidance, partly because of the local COVID rates. Our community has done very well with mask wearing and social distancing and hand washing, and our rates that used to be in the mid to high 100s are now in the teens.
Magus also says the reason for returning to in-person learning 4 days a week rather than 5 is to help serve the families who are still choosing to distance learn.
Still to come, we're going back live on the scene of a standoff with Duluth police. We'll have the latest details coming up.
Mariah Haberman here from Discover Wisconsin. Join me and the rest of the crew every week on this station for all things Wisconsin. Continue the adventure on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and discoverwisconsin.com. Plus, subscribe to the Cabin Podcast, available wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
When you had questions, CBS3 was there with answers, working together with regional media outlets to serve our local communities, doing what we do best. When questions arise, tune to the local station, live, local, CBS3.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear. Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Risk is the price you pay for opportunity. It's your life. Make the world your home.
Everything that I've been through, that's what makes me so tough.
The world differently because of who I am.
So if you feel different, know that you're not alone.
We stand together.
of the reasons that I love our focus here at CBS3, which is live and local, is because that's me. I'm from here. This is my home. When people reach out with a story idea or a concern about something going on in their neighborhood that they would like to know more about, and they're looking to us for answers, that means a lot to me. It's just incredibly important that we show up for the folks in our region and make sure that they are in the know as much as we are.
Hi folks, Joe Namath here, and if you're on Medicare, this is important. You're now entitled to eliminate co-pays and get dental care, dentures, eyeglasses, prescription coverage, in-home aids, unlimited transportation, and home-delivered meals, all at no additional cost. Plus, your zip code may have coverage with the Give Back benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every month. Look, with the uncertainty of the virus and vaccines, you need to get everything you're entitled to. Here's the bottom line. Call to get significant benefits at no additional cost and see if your zip code has coverage with the Give Back benefit. Millions of people have trusted the Medicare Coverage Helpline. You can too. Call now. It's free.
Call 1-800-916-5591. That's 1-800-916-5591 now. Get local vaccine information all at CBS3Duluth.com.
Welcome back. We're going to check back in with Emma Quinn, who has been at the standoff in the Lincoln Park neighborhood for most of the day today. Emma, has anything changed since we checked in with you a little bit ago?
So, Kristen, not too much has changed since we last spoke, but again, the scene has cleared. It's died down quite a bit since earlier this afternoon. As of just about 5-10 minutes ago, the Minnesota BCA did arrive on scene. Now, we were told that that is protocol for any officer-involved shooting, hence why they are here. But again, this is going on 20 hours with this standoff, and throughout the day, we've seen a handful of different law enforcement agencies, from the St. Louis County Sheriff's Emergency Response Team, the Superior Police Department, the Duluth Fire Department, and now during the day, there was, you can still see they're both here. They had large armored vehicles that were involved in this standoff. They've had flashbangs. They've asked the suspect to exit. Now, again, most of this area has been blocked off for a majority of the day, but it did open up. So the road is starting to open up. But again, this area of West 4th Street, it is closed off still, but for the rest of the main road here, it is reopened for the public.
And of course, we're still waiting to get many of those questions about this situation answered from the Duluth Police Department. And as soon as we get those answers, we will surely let folks know on air or online. Thanks, Emma.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, Johnson & Johnson's vaccine is one step closer to emergency approval as the CDC director warns we might be at the start of a third wave of coronavirus cases. The new details tonight. Plus, a CBS exclusive, what Prince Harry told our James Corden about the decision to leave the toxic royal life. And we go on the road tonight with the story of how a rescue dog became the rescuer. That's all tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
CBS3 Closed Captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health St. Mary's Heart and Vascular Center. Don't avoid care during COVID-19. Ask your doctor how to stay heart healthy.
Homeworld Rugs Progressive Rug Sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Up to $500 off sale prices on any rug, $199 or more. Every shape, size, pattern, and color on sale now. Up to 46% off regular prices. The Progressive Rug Sale at Homeworld Rugs.
Coming up tonight, we're following a police standoff here in Lincoln Park.
An approaching low has slowed down a little bit, pushing back the timeline for snow, but I'll talk about when I think it will start.
Tonight at 6 on CBS3.
Local news and local weather here on CBS3.
We know it's hard to stay away from family and friends, but we're all in this together. Carlton County and the Senior Linkage Line are here with free or low-cost services to help you stay safe, sound, and supported. If you or someone you care for could use some help, please contact Minnesota's Senior Linkage Line today. Together, we can help older Minnesotans and their families and caregivers connect to local services to get the help they need.
Is your money still saving the hard way?
Bucket your money and save for what matters most with Ally Smart Savings Tools for all things money.
Thank you for calling Ally.
There is some positive breaking news. We've got a lot of important new information for you and your family.
Strong, enduring, and timeless. Stickley, America's premium solid wood furniture, handcrafted by experienced artisans since 1900. Right now, save 35% on all Stickley during the Stickley President's Day sale at Home Furniture.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men, celebrating 30 years in business in 2021 with 30% off store-wide. Downtown Duluth.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look over Canal Park on this Friday evening. Let's take a quick look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6.
Duluth police remain on the scene of a standoff in the city's Lincoln Park neighborhood. It began about 21 hours ago. An armed and dangerous suspect has locked himself in an apartment building there after a reported domestic violence call. We are staying on the scene and will bring you the latest details as they become available. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next.